Fair. What's the future of Muslims and Christians in India?
I would say that Kerala Muslims today have realized that their safety lies in having a significant Hindu population so that they can survive without any trouble.
Safety.
Yes, Kerala Christians have realized this because they're seeing the increasing radicalization of Kerala. For the first time in several decades, Christian pastors have clearly said, we need to have Hindu neighbors. If I had said this, I'd be accused of all sorts of things. Well, they're saying this. And they're basically saying that the grooming that's happening is not limited only to the Hindu community, that's happening even within the Christian community. The kind of grooming that you see of Pakistani gangs in UK, that's something that's being replicated in Kerala. I would use the word sexual grooming and religiously profiled sexual grooming, right?
Sexual grooming.
Yes.
You mean they're seducing Hindu girls?
I would say there is a very clear data. And recently, the retired, let's say, cop from Madhya Pradesh, who's a Sikhni for that matter, ended up making the statement that I've seen this as part of my own career, that there were rate cards being distributed as to what is the price of a particular girl or what is the price of securing a particular girl. This is commoditization of women. It should actually be a priority for feminists, right? So the point is, safety of Bharat or the way forward is in preserving its accommodating character. And that character will be preserved only if it remains Hindu majority.
Okay. And you have reason to believe it's not going to remain Hindu majority.
I have no reason to believe one way or the other. I just know for a fact that in at least over 100 districts out of 775 districts, there is a very clear demographic imbalance. I've hinted at the importance of, not hinted, I've spoken of it, of the importance of demographic balance in the second book, where I showed the populations of each of the provinces and which are the provinces which are actively batting for Pakistan. It's a game of population and numbers.
Okay. Because you're a lawyer and an engineer, I'm assuming that everything you're saying is backed on like research, facts.
The
figures.
tables from that particular period, the census of that particular period, captures the total population in each province and the Muslim population in each province. I have cited this. I have not generated data. I have captured the data from existing primary authentic sources.
Okay.
And so far, the book was launched on the 23rd of August 2022. No one has been able to counter me on facts.
Okay. One last question in this segment. What do you see as the way forward?
Bharatiya Karan of our thought processes, which is, as Dr. Ambedkar said, if conversion to a different faith has the consequence of alienating you from your own roots and from Bharat, then it poses a significant threat to the long-term interests of Bharat. So, we are told that there is this mythical creature called Indian Islam. I'm saying let it become a reality. We're all safe.
Okay.
I'm saying let Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, which is constantly spewed and spouted on, let it become a reality.
This takes nothing away from practices of Islam like going to the masjid,
No.
doing namaz.
No.
Those are perfectly fine.
See,
But you're saying just accept history in the same way that many Hindus accept history today.
there are three requirements. One,
Okay.
accept the fact that neither of these Abrahamic faiths are native to Bharat. And the culture of this land is significantly informed by its native faith systems. And therefore, also be slightly more empathetic or sympathetic. Empathy is not possible because you're not in the same position. Sympathetic to the fact that this is an imposed faith. Because at the end of the day, a lot of them are converts. That is a reality. Now, whether they want to come back or not, I don't think it should be a matter of imposition or coercion. That should be left to people's choice. That should be left to their own free will. However, it shouldn't come to a point where the native faith system is struggling to find gasps of breath.
Okay.
So, Mr. Vajpayee's ashes were refused cremation, or they weren't allowed to be, immersed in rivers in the northeast, because the majority communities in the northeast said, "Sorry, this can't happen. This is anti-Christian or un-Christian." So in Bharat, you can't immerse ashes of your former prime minister. And you're telling me that's okay?
Mm.
Think about it, right? Why should the death of a mafia don result in victimization or perceived victimization of the community to which apparently this man relates to or is from?
Okay.
What kind of elements are you really celebrating?
Mm.
There are better examples: pop culture, academia, politics. They're better people. Surely it can't be our argument that this is the best possible example to be held up as role models.
Okay. So many tangents to go on.